What's up? Hello. Welcome to Sammy and Creepy. If you are new here, I am Sammy and I want to tell you about something creepy. So if that sounds good to you, go ahead and subscribe. This video was actually requested. I'm always asked to share my favorite horror movies, and while if I actually shared all of my favorite horror movies, we would literally be here all night. So I decided that I'm going to make this video about my top 5 current favorite horror movies. So these would only be horror movies that I've watched in the last few months or discovered in the last few months. So while they may not be brand new movies, it's movies that I personally have watched and would consider my favorite in the last few months. And the way I would consider them my favorite is that I will watch them over and over again. If I just watch a movie and even if I enjoyed it, but I move on from it, I don't consider it to be a favorite. A favorite has to be something that I would watch over and over again, and these 5 movies are that for me. Now, 2 of these movies do, if you are obviously an English speaker and you don't speak other languages like Spanish or Korean, you are going to need to have subtitles. But I don't mind subtitles. It doesn't bother me. I love Korean horror and I love Spanish horror, and one of these are Spanish and one of these are Korean. So I'm going to read you the descriptions of them because I don't want to accidentally spoil anything. I'll give you a little idea of what they're about and I'll tell you where you can watch them. But these are my top 5 favorite horror movies right now. Number 1 being Gonjiam Haunted Asylum. Now, if you want to watch the American version of this, Grave Encounters is very, very similar. They're basically the same thing, but Grave Encounters kind of bored me. I don't know. I didn't really vibe with it. But Gonjiam Haunted Asylum, it could be the fact that English horror, American horror is just not really that scary to me anymore. Some are. Found footage is very scary to me. I love found footage horror, but Korean horror is on another level, okay? Gonjiam Haunted Asylum is about a bunch of influencers, basically YouTubers, but I don't think they actually say YouTube in the... I don't think, like, the stream setup looks like something else, but it's basically they're YouTubers, okay? And they are investigating this haunted asylum. Their goal is to hit 1 million, I believe, on their live stream. So like 1 million viewers. Let me read you the description. An internet broadcaster recruits a handful of people for their experience the horror show at Gonjiam. They are to explore the haunted asylum and stream it live on the show. To attract more viewers, the show hosts play tricks on the guests, but things start to get out of hand when they are inside the place where tortured souls could really be lurking in the shadows. So, as it said, they're going to this asylum. He's going to set up the tent. The YouTuber is going to set up the tent and control the stream outside of the asylum, and he sends the rest of them inside, each one of them with a camera. And at first, they had set up things to happen. So, like, they set up something to happen during like a ritual and stuff like that to scare the guests and get more views, because the more scared they are, obviously the more views they're gonna get. But when things start to really happen and the guys are all talking like, hey, we did not plan this is not us, and they start actually seeing things, experiencing things, and actually getting hurt, that's when things get really freaking crazy, really freaking scary. There's possession in this movie. I mean, it has the jump scares, it has the poltergeist activity, it has the possession. It literally has everything that you could possibly want in a paranormal horror movie. I'm telling you, watch it. If you don't mind subtitles, watch it. If you are someone who can't seem to be scared by regular horror movies, watch it. It's different. It's so good. It is literally one of my favorites. You can watch this on Peacock. So if you have a subscription with Peacock, you can actually watch this for free, basically. Now, my number 2 current favorite, or most recent favorite, is another paranormal movie. It has 2 names. The one name is 32 Malasana Street, and then sometimes it's just called Malasana 32. Hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. I don't know. It is, again, this is a Spanish horror movie. So if you don't like subtitles, you won't like this one. But I don't mind it. This shit is scary. So essentially, eager to wipe the slate clean and start fresh, this family moves to the late 1970s Madrid. They sold everything for a small slice for a better future. Manolo and Candela, along with their 3 children and their ailing grandfather, set foot on their spacious and suspiciously affordable new apartment in the heart of the city. However, right from the start, inexplicable hair-raising occurrences start to blemish Manolo's dream until one day, little Raphael vanishes into thin air in broad daylight. Now, the eerie feeling that an ever-present otherworldly entity is living inside the house becomes a certainty. And as the innocent boy is still missing, the desperate father has to seek help. What resides in the walls of the memory-laden flat on 32 Malasana Street? So, yes, it's like a darker movie, so it's very, very creepy. Like I said, they move into this apartment. Like, it's a big family. It's the grandfather, it's the mother, father, sister-in-law, children. And it's a big family, okay? It's a big freaking family. And a 17-year-old son is sending letters across to the other apartment. And he's sending letters to someone he literally hasn't laid eyes on for some reason. The letters only come back over on the string when he's turned away. The little boy, Raphael, is really experiencing activity, including a show. He's watching a show on TV, and the little creepy character starts speaking to him directly. And one day, his sister is watching him. His sister or his mother? I thought it was his sister that was watching him. Yeah, his older sister is watching him. And she goes to do something else, and the kid just disappears. Now, this might be mild spoiler, so if you're gonna watch it and you don't want any spoilers, you might want to skip this part. I'll give you a second to skip this part. But essentially, the apartment next door, who the teenage son is sending letters to, nobody lives there. And the little boy can be heard. The sister can hear her little brother, her baby brother, Raphael, in that other apartment. And so she needs to, she's trying to get in there because she can hear him in there. And then they get in that apartment and lots of things happen. It is so freaking creepy. There's lots of paranormal stuff going on in their home, like the stove turning on. And it's so creepy. So they have to get the little boy back and figure out what is going on. So that one gave me chills. It's so creepy, but it's so good. I actually watched it on Shudder. It's on Shudder. I think it's on Amazon Prime. It's on a couple of things, but I watched it on Shudder because I have Shudder purchased through YouTube, I think. It's on my YouTube app. But yeah, highly recommend if you don't mind subtitles. Now, number 3. Oh, I've watched this one so many freaking times. And that is House LLC. Again, I know everything about this movie, but I'm going to read you the plot summary so that I don't spoil anything. 5 years after an unexpected malfunction causes the death of 15 tour-goers and staff on the opening night of Halloween Haunted House Tour, a documentary crew travels back to the scene of the tragedy to find out what really happened. Now, this is a found footage horror movie, so you're watching it through the lenses of the people who were documenting at the time, okay? So you're only seeing everything through their personal filming. I'm sure you know what found footage is. I don't know why I feel like I had to explain that. I don't know. I don't know if Gonjiam Haunted Asylum was considered found footage. It looks like found footage to me, but I don't know. I can't tell. So the film crew is the House LLC is essentially you watching the film crew get ready for Halloween night. They have found this old hotel that's known to be haunted called the Abaddon, and it's falling apart. I mean, it's bad. It's like really rough in there, but that's what makes it so creepy, and it being known to be haunted. And essentially they have all these props and stuff that are in the basement, like these clowns and just all these creepy props, and they're getting really ready for Halloween night, and weird stuff starts happening, like the props moving on their own. Not when you never see them move. It's just like one of those things where you turn around and it's just there and it wasn't there before kind of thing. It's like very jump scare. So if you like that kind of stuff and you like found footage, you would really enjoy House LLC. I've watched it over and over again. It is very much all the Halloween vibes you could ever want. So I highly recommend that one. Number 4 is another Shudder movie, and it's called Host. It's very similar to Unfriended, except for this entire movie is via Zoom, I guess you would say. I think they use Zoom. I know some people can't like say that if they're not gonna pay. This was actually in 2020, so it's set during quarantine, and it's like that's acknowledged. So essentially they're on Zoom and they're doing, oh, they did say Zoom. Okay, 6 friends hire a medium to hold a seance via Zoom during lockdown, but they get far more than they bargained for as things quickly go wrong. When an evil spirit starts invading their homes, they begin to realize they might not survive the night. This is very good. Again, it's on Shudder. There's 6 friends and they hire this woman to help them do a seance. I don't remember why. I think maybe they were just doing it for fun. But weird thing, like they summoned something, okay? They accidentally summoned something and it literally wreaks havoc in all of their homes. And so you're watching through the camera, through Zoom, as if your friend was on Zoom and you're watching everything happen to them, like when they carry the camera around or they carry the phone around, the computer, whatever they're on. You're watching it that way, and it's so scary. It's very much Unfriended vibes, but all via Zoom. It is freaking scary. I highly recommend. It's actually a very short movie. I don't even think it's a full hour, but it gets going pretty fast. It's scary. I actually think I might watch it tomorrow now that I'm looking at the trailer. Okay, and the last one. The last one is a slasher. I've talked about it before. It just came out this past fall, and it is Thanksgiving. I've watched that several times. I'm pissed because I literally I bought it on Amazon Prime, and then weeks later, it literally came out on Netflix. And I'm like, are you freaking kidding me? But that's okay, because Netflix tends to take movies away. So if they ever take it away, I still own it. So let's see what the premise is. I mean, I know what the premise is, but I want to make sure I don't give anything away. It's Patrick Dempsey. Addison Rae is in this, and I actually really liked her in this. After a Black Friday riot ends in tragedy, a mysterious Thanksgiving-inspired killer terrorizes Plymouth, Massachusetts, the birthplace of the infamous holiday. It is very gory, very bloody. If you don't like slashers and you don't like gore, don't watch this because it's disgusting. But essentially, it's very much how Black Friday used to be. When the movie starts out, it gives very much old Black Friday, like when everybody was fighting over everything, only they literally are killing each other and tearing each other apart over these freaking sale items. And so the next year, this killer starts punishing people that were shitty on Black Friday. because he's upset. And you'll find out why in the movie. I'm not going to spoil it. But yeah, he starts killing everyone involved with Black Friday. He actually creates an Instagram account and has a whole Thanksgiving table set and has everyone's names and everyone tagged who he's going to come after. And he starts taking them out one by one in the most disgusting ways. Yeah, highly recommend. If you like slashers, if you like gore, or if you just don't mind it and you just really like a good horror movie, that one is good. It's horror and kind of, it's slightly comedy. I don't know. It's just a really, this is so weird to say to people who don't understand horror lovers, but it's a very feel-good movie for Thanksgiving. Like, if I watch it, I think about my favorite time of year. So, yeah. Highly recommend. It's on Netflix. I'm pretty sure it's still on there. It hasn't been on there that long. I'm pretty sure it's there. So, yeah. Let me know if you watch any of these movies and what you thought of them. Let me know if you're going to watch any of these movies that I recommended. And if you want me to do more of these videos, and as I watch new stuff, I let you know how it is, do movie reviews and stuff like that, and I will do that. Thank you so much for watching. Please be sure to like, share, comment, subscribe, all the things that YouTube wants you to do to let them know that you love my videos and you want more. And don't forget to stay creepy.